punch above my weight.
What do you want, Rod? Your head on a plate.
Is also a lot of fun. He plays, different than you'd expect. And Atrocitus, who is kind of like, a big, red, angry version of Green Lantern.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, you can think of him as that way, Red Lantern. He's the opposite of Green Lantern in almost every way. But, I guess we can go ahead and start the gameplay with them and give you an idea of this new system that we're introducing in Injustice 2. With Injustice, we always say, it's big battle of the gods, huge destruction, transitions, multiple arenas. It's awesome. And with the sequel, of course, we're going to add new characters, and expand on that whole thing. But the gear system, what we're calling the gear system, is really like the foundation of what is brand new, what we're bringing to the table, differentiated from Injustice, as well as differentiating it from other fighting games.
Wow, very cool. So, like, with each match that you fight, you'll be grabbing gear, or how does that work?
Yeah, so like after a fight is done, you're going to acquire some gear, and the gear actually powers up your character. So every character in the game has thousands and thousands of boots, utility belts, cowls, capes, insignias, and when you finish playing the game, it's kind of like XP. You're getting a drops of gear. Sure. And you get to actually apply them to your character, and they power your character up in different ways. Defense, your strength, your abilities that you use with your special moves and your health meter, and you are in a constant leveling up.
So now, does this carry on to like online also? Like, will I be able to face Superman versus my Superman, where it's decked out differently?
Yeah, and what you said is really key. It's like your Superman, your Batman, your Aquaman against somebody else's, and it's all personalized, and it is you literally customizing, molding your version of these characters that go up against somebody else's.
I love that idea because you see so often, there's certain characters who will be more popular than others, and you see a lot of mirror matches. But now, like you said, like you can have your, maybe I'll focus on like more offense type gear, versus maybe Swifter's defense type, gear.
Exactly. Sounds great. You notice here there's this big transition. You can throw your opponent into a new arena where there's a whole new palette of objects that you can actually use in the fight. That was, something that really resonated with the last Injustice, and we really wanted to bring it over. And you look at these characters again, with Atrocitus. He's all about anger and hate and blood. So he has all these kind of blood moves. He can bring out the
and flying cats.
Yeah. His name is Dexter, and he's actually also a Red Lantern in the DC lore. Wow. And so Atrocitus can bring him out, use him, and he actually aids in the battle of the fight. Yeah, it's exciting. And Gorilla Grodd is all about big kind of primal moves mixed in with telekinetic moves. He's blasting them down back into the street arena where...
I was just going to say, and here we see the environmental interaction again.
Yeah, busting through walls, bouncing off. You feel the power of like these attacks.
Oh yeah. And we always describe it as like the battle of the gods. So Grodd here is his.
That's what I love seeing too. Just like these two brawlers beat the crap out of each other.
Yeah, the variety of characters in this game is actually going to be even wider than the last one. So here is where we were talking about in terms of the gear. Like when you finish a round, your characters are leveling up. You see the stats of their strength and all that. But then this gear that you're rewarded with, the Curse of Rage, is new arms for Atrocitus and Grodd. Up the entire cast.
That is very cool.
That is all. I'm actually really, really excited about like the loot drop system and like looking at like, if I face off against a man, he's got like, that awesome gauntlet. Like, what am I going to do? Like, counter that or whatever.
Exactly. Or when you go online and you see somebody wearing some crazy crown, you're like, where did you get that? And so there's a lot of kind of like this big collection mechanic going on.
Oh man, when is this coming out? I'm sorry, I'm like jumping to that, but I just want to play.
No, of course.
Unfortunately, we got to wait until 2017.
Oh,
for it to come out. Yeah, but it's going to be worth the wait. Like we were saying, there's bigger roster of characters. This whole gear stuff is going to be so exciting, and just another great opportunity is with the first Injustice. There's always characters who didn't get in the roster.
Oh, of course,
and a bunch of angry people that. Characters didn't get into the game, so a lot of it is satisfying those people. Wanted to see Atrocitus, wanted to see Super.
Yeah, comic book fans in particular could be pretty vocal when they are not listening.
And it's a great thing. I'd rather have people passionate about it, even if passion.
That's a nice polite way to put it.
Yeah. No, absolutely. Yeah. People care, and these games, of course, there are fans of just Injustice itself, like we were talking about earlier. The comic book Injustice has really taken off, and fans just love the setting, like the story that the first game brought.
Oh, it was fantastic. It was such a great kind of summary of the events leading up to the first game. That's what was so cool about it. He's really has anger issues.
Like you said, I love that idea that you guys come from the perspective that it's like the gods, like just these beings with like ultimate powers, just throwing down.
Exactly. It's kind of like thinking of you have these super powered beings all kind of assembled, and a story that kind of gives them a reason to want to beat the crap out of each other.
Yeah. So, are there any changes to like the combo system or like the mechanics? I'm sure you guys are still kind of tweaking that, of course.
Yeah, we're always refining it. We every game we really want to add nuances that not only can be appreciated by kind of casual.
What's going on, everyone? It is Super here, and welcome to another Injustice 2 video. So today was officially the first day of E3, meaning all the game developers were actually showing off demos of their game, including NetherRealm with Injustice 2. We got a ton of gameplay, a ton of information, a lot of questions that we had got answered during all these gameplay showcases. So I'm going to do a full breakdown tomorrow. Make sure you come back to the channel. But today I wanted to put every single gameplay showcase into one video so you guys could, have this video to come back to. Maybe you want to watch a little bit and, have one place to watch the video. So here you guys go. Hope you enjoy over 35 minutes of Injustice 2 gameplay. So that's going to be it. Leave a like if you enjoy the gameplay and if you're excited for Injustice. So I will see you guys next time.
We're into the tens of thousands.
Like Johnny Cage alone has like 20.
Yeah, he was a great comedic relief in Mortal Kombat X. But we really feel like it's become a big part of just kind of feeling like the characters are actually there and real. Little nuances like this that we've expanded. Justice 1 didn't have it, but as far as what's so great about this game is there were characters that inevitably were left out of Injustice 1 that really angry or passionate fans would rally for, and we're able to accommodate some of those now. Atrocitus, Supergirl, Gorilla
Blue Beetle.
We shall see.
Yeah, we shall see. You're actually doing votes right now for
passionate.